You have to trust in something. Your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever.
Gut feelings are feelings that people have in their stomach, which is oftentimes taken as being fairly honest feelings. The reason being that both the heart and the mind are subject to manipulation and misinterpretation, but supposedly the gut is supposed to be a reliable source of inspiration. So if someone has a gut feeling about something, it means that they think that something is a certain way, even though they may not have great evidence to prove it.
You can say, I had an intuition, right, to do something, or you can say, I just believe my gut.
You could say, I followed my gut. I could say too much thinking. Too much thinking can be a negative influence. Too much thinking can be a negative influence. So I just try to follow my gut.
And also there's expression butterflies in your stomach, right? When someone is either afraid of something or has pleasant feelings, right? And that's another example of your stomach or your gut as an indicator of...
Exactly. So if somebody has butterflies in their stomach, it means they're nervous about something. Or if someone says, I have a bad feeling about this, typically they're referring to their gut feeling about it.
If you say gutsy, someone is gutsy, that means someone is brave or daring, right?
Exactly. And the Italians have an expression, they talk about a man with a stomach. That's a person who is able to do disagreeable things.
And you have a verb to stomach something, right? Let's say there's a bloody scene. You can say, oh, I couldn't stomach it anymore. I left the room.
Exactly. The idea is they also talk about a visceral feeling or a visceral impact. That's a feeling that's in your stomach. So again, the idea is that your stomach is honest. It tells you what you really think. Steve Jobs was a very good executive for following his gut. He had a good feeling that his original iPad would make a better iPhone. So he dropped the iPad and focused all of his efforts on the iPhone based on his gut feeling.
And for the first year or so, things went well. But then our visions of the future began to diverge, and eventually we had a falling out.
Diverge means to separate or to go in different directions. A verge is an edge. So if two things diverge, it means that there's an edge or a space or a gulf between them where they no longer have a common element anymore. Rivers can diverge into separate rivers. That's correct.
Or a road can split up or diverge into two roads.
Correct.
Also, in this case, visions, something metaphorical. Or paths, life paths can diverge.
Right, where people go their separate ways. You can also have a divergent point.
Which is a different?
It's the same idea, where when people graduate college, their lives naturally diverge because they each go off in their own different direction. The company is very demanding. It wants people to either merge with the company policy or to diverge and get a different job.
That's another way of saying my way or highway,
That's correct. Yeah, merge or diverge. There's a popular expression called my way or the highway, which means you either follow the company policy or you have to leave the company. Alternately, you could say merge or diverge, which means either follow company policy or leave. ESL-fullsteamahead.com